speaks to the greater conversation of appropriation. Boulder is...
okay. Yeah.
Let's just say the makeup of Boulder matches the snow-capped mountains of the Rockies. And listening to fifth-generational hippies try to quote the vernacular of Deion Sanders is very cringy.
You done turn Colorado into a damn HBCU, okay? The major rents got to get on point. They got to go get them some BBLs, because all of them booty flat as a credit card.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Around the Association. Recently, Duncan from ESPN actually spoke in regards to Deion Sanders and the heavy HBCU influence put on Colorado, and saying, you know, he's doing it's some level of appropriation that is very uncomfortable and unsettling. Take a listen here what she had to say.
It speaks to the greater conversation of appropriation. Boulder is...
okay. Yeah.
Let's just say the makeup of Boulder matches the snow-capped mountains of the Rockies. And listening to fifth-generational hippies try to quote the vernacular of Deion Sanders is very cringy. They needed Deion to say, "We are here!" That's what they needed, but they got "we here," and now when they say it, as evident by the 70-year-old lady that talked to me when I was in Boulder.
How'd that conversation go?
I just am so excited. You know, he said it. We here. We here. It's not her fault.
Yeah.
That's the catchphrase, and she wants to be in on it. But it's the level of cringe that I feel every time an anchor is forced to read a tweet in the voice of the player that tweeted it.
We're bringing it in-house, people.
So Elle Duncan, I mean, it's safe to say she's had about enough, to be honest with you. You know, Deion Sanders brought a lot of excitement. And to say if they lost the rest of their games based on what he was inheriting, he's had a successful season already. Elle Duncan, man, she brings up an interesting point though, in regards to what that means culturally with some of the things going on in Colorado. Now, on the one hand, it could be a positive, bring people together, you know, have more of a shared experience, kind of get a chance to teach people what the latest sayings are, and, you know, kind of build a bridge. And I'm all for that, with really building a bridge. But on the other hand, I can understand what she was saying in regards to it being uncomfortable listening to an old lady that obviously didn't mean any harm, but that we hear, I'm not gonna lie, that would have sent me. That would have sent me. I would have hated to laugh in that lady's face, but I think I just would have. Now, Deion Sanders, you know, kind of feeling the pressure and wanting to continue the momentum, he actually called out Chad Johnson, OCHO CINCO, on a show on CW when they were discussing about Chad not showing up for him. Like, he's like, I've had all my homies come out and support, but you haven't. Take a look here at that interaction.
You've made Boulder, Colorado a destination for superstars, a destination for cameras, college game day shows. What, if anything, has surprised you about being in Boulder and the sort of electricity you've been able to create there?
Well, first of all, it's surprising that Chad ain't been there. Let's just get that straight. That's surprising. And he's supposed to be my boy.
Listen,
he's a Florida boy. He's supposed to be my dog.
I love you.
We share so many things.
I love you. Listen, I love you to death. I got 11 jobs right now.
Show me. I'm from the show me state. Show me. Ryan has been here. Everybody's been here. But
You know, there's only one Deion Sanders. I mean, he put it out there. He like, look, you ain't been out here, Chad. Where you been, OCHO, CINCO? Now, of course, they friends. They just joking. But there's some truth in every good joke. You know, Prime just let them know, look, I've noticed you ain't made it. I'm just putting it out there so you know that I know that you ain't made it out here to support your boy just yet. Now, the reality is Colorado now sits 4-3. I mean, everybody realized how big that would have been had they beat Stanford, and then through their first 7 games, they were, 5-2 from a year where they, a year later after they had only won 1 game last year. And I believe with the way it's coming up, I mean, they've been 5-2, but now they're 4-3. They have to go to UCLA. Okay, they have to go to UCLA, and then they have to play Oregon State during homecoming, which again, those are 2 games they're not expected to win at all. Arizona at home, that's more of a doable scenario. Don't see them winning at Washington State or Utah. Let's be real. Those last 2 games, but honestly, they're at a point now where after you lose a game like that you were supposed to win, the only redeemable way is to win another game that you're not supposed to win. TCU is one of those games to start the year that they weren't supposed to win. But now I mean, there's no choice. They have to either go into UCLA and beat UCLA, or go into Oregon State. Or when they host Oregon State, beat Oregon State. I don't know, man. I don't think this is doable. Man, I would be surprised if they lost all but one of their remaining games. Be honest with you. In Arizona, I mean, there's no gimme after you see that drop to Stanford. Arizona's no gimme at all. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, man. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I'm gonna holler at you next time. Peace.